So we are Pixel Blast, and this is Super Powerboy. But what you're seeing here is actually quite far into the game.
Yeah, he's pretty beefed up.
And as you can see, he's pretty serious, and I can kind of touch him, and he moves.
Oh, that's good. You like poked him in the chest just then, and he like fell backwards.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a really neat. Look at that. I wouldn't poke him in the chest too much. He's got a massive gun in his hand.
So, as you can see here, we've kind of progressed all through these powers here. If we go back to the start, he was kind of looking like an ordinary boy here.
At level 2.
Gaining all his abilities here, diving and combo punching, and then gaining weapons and shields later on.
Cool. Let's go into a level and see, because I think the general idea here, isn't it, is that aliens have invaded Earth.
Yes, and they've left their power lying around carelessly, so you have to go and collect the power to then power yourselves up and then defeat the aliens. So we'll do a bit of that now.
Cool, let's go for it. Going into the mothership.
Here we go, and I'll try and play it.
Go on. Alright, you can just hear the sound of the big indie pitch happening in the background. Cool.
So at the start of the game, the controls are relatively simple. As you'd expect from most runners, you can kind of jump and duck. By this point in the game, we're starting to really layer up the controls, so you can shoot, you can slam down on spiders, do dashes in the air,
wow,
slam through giant mechs.
Yep. So it's very much like a gesture-based platformer.
Yeah, it's all motion controls, and we like to think that it's all quite intuitive, and it builds really, really slowly. So the learning curve, you're never confronted with something that's too difficult. It slowly builds, like you might expect from a Mario game. Am I allowed to mention Mario?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can mention all your influences. I mean, what were your influences creating it?
There's kind of a group of them. I mean, the obvious one would be sort of Mega Man in terms of some of kind of the power up, but then you could kind of go older and sort of some of the older games like Turrican and the 2-hit stuff. You could go back to Ghosts and Goblins and that sort of thing. So it's kind of a whole host of games really, but they're kind of only your starting point when designing stuff. You look at stuff at the start and then you take things in your own direction.
Do you have boss battles in this?
We don't. It was something we were looking at, and we could possibly look to do it later.
No? Nice. So as you're kind of like progressing through and you get stronger and stronger, is it kind of like a juggling act to remember what powers that you've got?
It does get, but it's because it depends. If you left it for a month, it might be a little bit tricky to come back in, but because it's all fairly seamless, and we do layer them very, very slowly over about 5 zones, over about 4 hours.
Yeah.
It is very, very progressive.
Nice.
And I've just completed it.
Yay!
Just kind of a wrestling style
Nice.
celebration at the end.
How many levels are there in total?
There's 45.
Wow.
And 5 zones.
Gosh. And I see you've got these goals and things that you can go back and kind of like replay the levels to get perfect scores.
Yeah, so to progress, you collect the power, and you also have to complete some goals which get shards. This map's already unlocked, and then we've added an extra feature that isn't actually present on here, like a completist mode where you then get crowns for 100% everything. For those people that really want to get into it and do everything.
2 hardcore guys.
Yeah. We did that after user testing because some people were getting really obsessional.
Yeah,
so we kind of thought,
I can imagine.
We'll tie into that and.
Cool. So when is it coming out? And is it going to be free to play or premium?
It's premium. It's coming out on OS, mobile, tablet, and iPad, but also Apple TV as well. And we're planning to be out mid to late April.
April, May.
April, May. Some point in the next couple of months.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard May, but yeah, no.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.